Hi, I took this washer apart to see if I could see if the springs underneath are unhooked. Without any further to do, I'm going to tell you how I did it, but first I could use this phone to get a look at those springs down there, at least in one spot. So, I'm going to push it all the way one way. That way. Then that leaves this corner with a big gap. I'm going to put the phone down there. I'll even add a little light. Say anything? This is the motor right there. But there is two springs on each side. From what I can tell, two springs, I don't mean on each side, I mean on each corner, so it'd be 8 springs, 2 on each corner. And they, like I said, they did look like the ones I found on the internet. So here's the story. Well, first let's put the model number. The model number is Amana, NAV 2335 AWW. So, Amana, NAV 2335 AWW. This is a 2006 Amana. It's a 2-speed because it says so, and I also brought up the parts book and found out there's a 3-speed. This one's going to measure how big a load you want. There's 3 knobs. The middle one's going to do your water temperature, and this one's going to pick your length of cycle. But it definitely says Amana. And I did find out down your hoses can stay hooked. Pull it out about 3 feet from the wall, so you can go back there to get these 2 screws. I used the 4th socket in my set. I don't know what size it is. And this is what the screw looks like. This is the head of it that you need to find. Oh, I guess there was a slotted thing, but nobody's going to use that either. So that opens the back. I was able to lift it up about this far. That's all the wires. The wires aren't long, and so that's all the longer they'll let you lift them up. And this ground is really short. There's no slack. So I was able to get it up like this, and I could get with the flashlight. I could look up into the front here where it wouldn't come off, and I could see this screw, and I could see this because I could see the threads, the pointy part sticking down there. Well, yeah, I can see it, but that's what I could see when I was trying to look in from here. And I didn't know how to unhook the front, and I know on the internet they said somehow you could get this top off. So, as you can see, it's off, and I got a rod in there. It's about 30 inches or 32. Has to be pointed here to stick in this hole. I put a little tape here to make sure it didn't come out, and then there's a ledge there, but it's just enough to sit on, and it will fall right off. So I put some packing tape over here from the top to the bottom, and I did it over here. And put some packing tape. I'll have to get it all off now. It's kind of invisible, but it's there. That kept this from sliding off, so then I was able to open it up like the hood on a car, only after I found out the trick. The trick was to put a flat-headed screwdriver in there, and then go down or up, and that pops it off this thing. So I did it over here, and I did it over there. That's when I was able to prop it up and measure for my stick, cut the stick about 30 or 32 inches long, it had to be pointed here, like I said, to go in this hole. That's how it's not slipping off here. See, it's pretty sturdy then once you tape that. And so there it is. You could work on it and you could diagnose it now. So it turns out that I put it off balance like that, so it'd be the furthest towards over there, and I reached down in the big hole. I could feel both my springs are tight. Then I put it the other way. I reached down over here, I reached down over there, and I reached down over there. All 8 of my springs are tight and on there. So therefore, it just was out of balance washing a load of a coat and a sweatshirt and some other clothes. So that means I took it apart for nothing. I guess it's fun to learn something about your washer. I never knew you could open it up like the hood of a car. But if I would have went further, I could have found out how this basket thing comes out. It definitely would be that 7/16 inch bolt. You'd need about a foot long extension on a 3/8 drive. And who knows? I mean, this is a wash machine, and that is a metal bolt probably with threads. So who knows how easy that would come out. But if you got it out and you needed to put some of those springs in, then you could go further and see if this really does come out of there. I don't know. But I don't have to go that far because my springs were all hooked. There's 2 of these on each corner, about, I don't know, one like about here and one like right about, so they're in the corners. I felt them. I couldn't see them, but I seen them only with a mirror I put down there. But I did notice, if you really wanted to see 2 of them, there's a little door down here. You would definitely see the 2 on the side here by this timer button. So that's what I've learned. So I'm just going to put it back together and take off that tape, drop this back down, let it click on those things, and go around back, put those 2 screws in, shove it back, and tell her springs are fine, and hopefully try using it without coats in it, and hopefully it will stay in balance this time. And I mean, it's 17 years old, so again, it's NAV 2335 AWW, and online is the just the operator's manual. All right, that's all I got. That is all I got.